All right, hello, and welcome once again to the weekly Wednesday Warble. The theme this week is all things romantic, and the reason it's all things romantic is because tomorrow's my wedding anniversary. But we're not just going to be singing. We're going to start off with some sort of like relationship love songs, but the theme is really like romantic ideas. So we're going to start with a song that I think fits that theme of just general romantic ideas, the romantic idea of starting something new, which may or may not be a relationship, but... Here in the beginning, the only thing that matters is now. Hello, welcome in this hour. Just be present. Don't think of what comes next. Forget what comes before. Just be in this moment, conscious and aware, quietly perceiving. Flicker of doubt lurking in view. Welcome it in, throw it away. Here in the beginning, the well of possibility is full. In this hour, just be open. The stakes are set too high for any trace of hesitation. Just be still, unjudging. The outcome is not set. Let events unfold. There on the sides, just out of reach, infinite scraps. Let them be. Flying through the universe, uncountable particles crashing and burning, exploding, imploding. Chaos and disorder, forming and reforming, culminating in daylight. Here we go, the beginning. So the next two songs are going to be specific to romance, and the next one is specific to my romance. When I thought I might try and include songs that have something to do with the things that I personally find romantic, and I didn't quite manage to do that, but I have this song that I normally don't sing in June because it's set in February, but this is about a weekend that me and my husband spent digging our car out of snow that we had failed to shovel, and one of the things mentioned is how we were that weekend we were watching snooker, and we started playing a game where we'd kiss anytime we heard the snooker announcer say kiss, because they're always talking about the snooker balls kissing each other, and we thought that was romantic. Anyway, this is Snow Shoveling with My True Love on Valentine's. We can't go anywhere, the snow has blocked us in. obstructed the door. Our car's ensconced in a top sheet of ice, cuddled right into a duvet of snow. We're gonna be trapped in here if we don't do something. Crystalline structures descended from the sky, accumulated and then fell some more. But we're gonna be trapped in here, and it's cold and wet and snow is heavy, and our backs are gonna feel it tomorrow. Oh, we'll call it romantic. It is just the two of us, me and you, and 2 falls of snow. 2 days to dig out, ending on Valentine's. There's no one I'd rather be trapped inside with than you. Well, I don't mind staying, there's plenty we can do. We'll cook, light some candles, and get in the mood. Then we'll get cozy in front of a TV and kiss when the snooker announcer says the word. But we're gonna be sure we're gonna run out of beer if we don't do something. The store is not far away, but there's no place to walk. Safer to huddle inside for the night, but we're gonna run out of beer. And it's cold and wet and the snow is heavy, and our backs are gonna feel it tomorrow. We'll call it romantic. It is just the 2 of us, me and you, and 2 falls of snow. 2 days to dig out, ending on Valentine's. There's no one I'd rather run out of beer with than you. Ignore it, stay in and cocoon. We'll put our snowsuits on and outside we'll glide. You scoop up the powder while I hack the ice. But we better get shoveling if we're gonna get out of here. I will take it in pieces, we'll take it in breaks. We'll take lots of fresh air and it'll do us good. So we better get shoveling. And it's cold and wet, the snow is heavy, and our backs are gonna feel it tomorrow. So we'll call it romantic. It is just the 2 of us, me and you, and 2 falls of snow. 2 days to dig out, ending on Valentine's. There's no one I'd rather be shoveling snow with than you. All right, snow shoveling with my true love on Valentine's Day. So this next one is also a romantic tale, but it also, I think, not only is there distinctly a romance described here, but there's also something we have, I feel that we have, or at least all the people I hang out with, have really romantic ideas about math and science and nature. And I think those are all included here as well. Which possibly makes this the most terribly romantic song I've ever written. Number theory and all of its applications. contemplating all the aviary specimens that he has spotted. La 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 la, la 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 la. Suppose Paula can discern from the spaces in between all the thousand tiny loving gestures that he sends in her direction. La 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 la, la 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 la. She has X but not A, and she'll never know B. That's the way things will stay, but proof exists of their congruency. La 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 la. Let us now assume that Vince is well aware of the underlying meaning in her imperceptible glances. La 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 la, la 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 la. He has N but not B, and he's unsure of Q. That's the way things will be, but proof exists, it's irrefutable. La 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 la, la 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 la, la 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 la. She has X but not A, and she'll never know B. That's the way things will stay, but proof exists of their congruency. He knows N but not B, and he's unsure of Q. That's the way things will be, the proof exists, it's irrefutable. La 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 la, la 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 la, la 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 la. There we go, and welcome in, Nancy. That was song 3 of today's 10 songs on all things romantic. So we're going to leave for a period of time. We'll come back to it though. We're going to leave the literal romance between people. Also, heads up, I think I only have songs about literal romance between people today. Unless maybe some romances. I definitely sing songs about romance between things that are not people. But I don't have any of those in the set today. But I mentioned the romantic ideas of nature in that song, and this song is this is called The Majesty of Trees, and I think we really do have kind of very romantic notions of trees. And I think it turns out we've learned that trees really do actually have this whole life that we don't understand, and they what other kind of romance is there? Well, romantic ideas. So like romantic ideas about adventure in nature, I guess. But I have songs about romance between fish and octopus and plants. We're not singing those today. But we are singing about plants in this one, and perhaps there's one can imagine that some romance is happening in these connections between trees. But this is really sort of, I think we like to romanticize anything kind of unknown, which is how this gets into the set list today. And you're in from gardening. Oh, my hydrangea has bloomed. The hydrangea that I planted, and then all the blooms that were on it like immediately died, but it's bloomed again. So one of them, I planted 2 hydrangeas. I planted 2 different brands of hydrangeas, and one of them has been eaten by slugs, and the other one has bloomed. So there we go. Sentinel, witness to our time, bending with the centuries, standing through millennia. solitary figure struggling for soil and substance. Man projects his dog-eat-dog worldview on forests wild. Nothing could be further from the truth. Underneath the grassy surface, down beneath the moss and stone, a system formed of symbiosis echoes through the earth, silent only to those of us who cannot hear. Giving, taking, swaying, listening, a glade, a lone branch on a cliff, nourish one, nourish all. Shouting, murmuring, giggling and babbling, the forest lives. Tendrils reaching through the soil, reaching out for fellow roots, encircling and sharing gossip, news and nutrients. One tree, every tree for all trees. Sullen onlooker, jealous conqueror, threatened by the evidence that our way is not the way. How can we be part of this world and so deeply misunderstand? How do we repeatedly get it all so wrong? Ageless sentinel, witness to our time, bending with the centuries, standing through millennia. Ageless sentinel, witness to our time, bending with the centuries, standing through millennia. Oh, there we go. There we go. Marlis is a singer. Marlis sings. Marlis sings in choirs, many choirs. All right. And is a visual artist. So this next song is about the romanticizing of art, I would say. And not just art, but also the artist and the artist's motivations. Oh, thank you, Nancy. Yeah, that came out of, I think there's 3 songs that came out of a period when I was writing songs specifically for trees. But here's one about art. A seed, a kernel, a simmering, germinating, germinating. adventure to the sublime, rose and reveal the ineffable, surrender to the inexpressible, daring to touch the intangible, daring to speak that which is unutterable. Drive a force within, unignorable, pestering, infernal muse, virtuous something, single focus, absorbing, tethered to ecstasy, rose and reveal the ineffable, surrender to the inexpressible, daring to touch the intangible, daring to speak that which is unutterable. A body, a vessel, scratching, grasping, raging, euphoria, despair, rose and reveal the ineffable, surrender to inexpressible, daring to touch the intangible, daring to speak that which is unutterable. There we go, inexpressible, that one's called. And I wrote that song. Sometimes when I'm not sure what to write a song about, I will open a book, or in this case I opened a thesaurus, and I was like, I'll just write a song. The first word I see, I will bounce off it to write a song. And I opened it up and the word I got was inexpressible. And I was like, well, what's inexpressible? So we're going to stick with the romantic ideas of the arts. And this is the first cover of the day, I think. Yes. So this is a song by the band Cake. And I think that this fits in really well because I think like I say, we kind of have these romantic ideas about the life of an artist, and that's what this is about. Oh, I have to tune my guitar back to standard, though. Hang on. I stand on painted tape. It tells me where I'm going and where to throw my cape. I call my co-star's brother. I call my co-star's knave. I play both good and evil parts. I sing to Verdi's grave. And every single morning by 10 a.m. I'm dressed. My rehearsals last for hours and hours. With diligence I have been blessed. Some people, they call me monster. Some people, they call me saint. My talent feeds my darker side, yet no one will complain. I am an opera singer. I sing in foreign lands. I've sung for kings in Europe and emperors in Japan. And after each performance, people stand around and wait, just to tell me that they love my voice, just to tell me that I'm great. I am an opera singer. I will sing when you're all dead. I sing the mountains crumbling apart. I sing what can't be said. I am an opera singer. I sing in foreign lands. Most people seem to know my name, or at least know who I am. I am an opera singer. I sing in foreign lands. I've sung for kings in Europe and emperors in Japan. I am an opera singer. There we go. It's Opera Singer by Cake. All right, and with that we'll leave the yeah, exactly. They have a lot of unusual songs. That's it exactly. They have unusual songs. It makes sense that I like them. They have some good lyrics. They have some good lyrics. All right, we're gonna go into it. We're gonna do another cover, and we're gonna stick with artists of whom I am fond. We're gonna do a John Prine song. I think so. This one contains both the next two songs are connected via being about relationships, but also about they're also connected by John Prine in some way, and they're also about the romantic ideal about running away from it all with someone. And this is Spanish Pipe Dream. Hey, Allison Mercer! How's it going? Good to see you. Good to see you here. Welcome in. Well, welcome in, whatever Allison Mercer you are. I suppose there could be more Allison Mercers in the world. And you're like, I'm not that Allison Mercer. But whichever Allison Mercer you are, I'm very glad that you're here. She was a level-headed dancer on the road to alcohol, and I was just a soldier on my way to Montreal. While she pressed her chest against me about the time that the jukebox broke. Yeah, she gave me a peck on the back of my neck, and these are the words she spoke. Blow up your TV, throw away your paper, go to the country, build you a home, plant a little garden, eat a lot of peaches, try to find Jesus on your own. Yay! Well, welcome in, that Allison Mercer. Good to see ya. Well, I sat there at the table and I acted real naive, for I knew that topless lady had something up her sleeve. Well, she danced around the barroom and she did the hoochie coo. Yeah, she sang her song all night long, telling me what to do. Blow up your TV, throw away your paper, go to the country, build you a home, plant a little garden, eat a lot of peaches, try to find Jesus on your own. Yes, John Prine is absolutely a favorite of mine. Young and hungry and about to leave that place. Just as I was leaving, well, she looked me in the face. I said, you must know the answer. She said, no, but I'll give it a try. And to this very day I've been living our way. And here is the reason why. We blew up our TV, threw away our paper, went to the country, built us a home, had a lot of children, fed them on peaches. They all found Jesus on their own. Moved to the country, throw away your paper, go to the country, build you a home, plant a little garden, eat a lot of peaches, try to find Jesus on your own. There we go. Indy, I have seen John Prine live in concert 8 times in my life in 3 different countries and 5 different cities, maybe. Likes me my John Prine. I would say that I started writing songs because of John Prine. And we are going to stick, so this is one of mine. So how's this? There are 2 relationships in this song. There's the romantic ideal again of running away to sea. Going out to sea is a big romantic notion. Running out, living on a boat on the waters, I think is something that is a romantic notion that people have. And this song specifically mentions a John Prine song. And I wrote it, well, it's Spook and Boots. And Spook and Boots are real people. And we heard this, I've never met them. They were friends of a friend. And we had heard a rumor that it turns out it was not true. But we'd heard a rumor that that they'd both fallen in love with these women and run off with them. And so I thought, well, I'll write a song. So this is this is the Ballad of Spook and Boots. Spook sat in his tattoo parlor late at night, playing cards, a bottle of good old Jack Daniels on the table, close at hand. Then Boots sparks up another draw and sings a line from a legal smile. So Spook puts down the cards and grabs the guitar. Well, Anna Lee, she was a drifter. Her only friend was a dog named Henry. Now Hank and her had walked the whole world over. This small town seemed like any other, till a familiar chorus came her way. Hank's ears perked up, he knew it too, and they followed the sound right to Spook's door. Well, they were welcomed in, made to feel at home. She soon fell in love with Spook, and he reciprocated. Oh, by and by, Marina Mariner came to town. She sailed in on a boat named Woodstock. She never stayed long anywhere she was going. Her feet were itchy and her soles were worn. She navigated by the stars, and when she And Anna Lee was sick of walking, and Henry went where she did. So Anna Lee and Spook Boots and Henry and of course Marina sowed their oats on Woodstock. And to this day, them five are sailing late into the night, playing cards, a full supply, a good old Jack Daniels, close at hand, battened down. Now whenever Boots sparks up a draw, everyone leans back and smiles and they all sing along. When Spook plays guitar, I always forget to mention that here in Newfoundland, a draw is a toke. And I don't know what other places have that same terminology. Yes. Yeah, it is about a relationship. That is a beautiful song. I don't know if I can perform that song without weeping uncontrollably. So I have performed it in the past, though. It's a great song. It is a great song. All right. Oh, look at that. We've got two more songs. This was the last one that got added to the set when I was choosing the songs. And I was like, oh, that might be a good, I was like, how did I come to this? I was Googling like songs about romantic ideas or whatever, and I found some song from a musical. I guess the musical Romance, which I don't know. But anyway, I was like, okay, well, I'm not gonna learn a song completely new from a musical that I've never heard. But then I was like, oh, wait a minute, songs from musicals though. And I thought about this one, and this, of course, is, the romantic idea of, in the same theme, like, what is out there? What is out there beyond? What adventure could I be having? Somewhere over the rainbow, skies are blue, and the dreams that you dare to dream really do come true. Someday I'll wish upon a star and wake up where the clouds are far behind me, where troubles melt like lemon drops away above the chimney tops. That's where you'll find me. Somewhere over the rainbow, bluebirds fly over the rainbow. Why then, oh, why can't I? If happy little bluebirds fly beyond the rainbow, why, oh, why can't I? There, somewhere over the rainbow. And then kind of sticking on the ideas of musicals, I suppose, we have our last song. So the theme of today's program is all things romantic, is because tomorrow is my wedding anniversary. Actually, the date of my wedding anniversary is in some dispute, because we got married on the summer solstice, which happened to be the 20th of June 12 years ago. And so I say, I'm like, our wedding anniversary is the 20th of June. And my husband is like, no, our wedding anniversary is the summer solstice. Therefore, it moves each year. So we usually end up just like celebrating our anniversary for 3 days to take into account the movement of the solstice. But anyway, this next song is about all the things that bring me joy. And the last verse definitely describes, I think the last verse adequately describes how we're going to be celebrating this week. Anyway, this is my take on my favorite things, and I think a lot of the things mentioned in this song are things that I find somewhat romantic. It's not actually a version of my favorite things, it's just this is a list of Kyla's favorite things. It's called Joy. It's things that bring me joy. Forest trails with roots exposed, trees that clearly are someone's home. Vast aquarium, jellyfish rave room, insectarium where you hold the bugs. Black widow on exhibit, just exquisite. These things bring me joy. Red lipstick, leopard print, high heels, neon lights shine on leather, and high gloss pointy guitars. These things bring me joy. Wild, fantastic haute couture, tactile spectacle made for touching. Authors sprinkle breadcrumbs, historical notes intriguing, send us searching. Speedy skater who scores short-handed scores on breakaways. These things bring me joy. And here's the verse that's about how we are celebrating our anniversary this weekend, which we're having in the middle of the week. Hot tub, balcony, ocean view, moonlit romantic strolls, holding hands with my true love. These things bring me joy. These things bring me joy. These things bring me joy. There we go. Those are the things that bring me joy. Actually, we're not going to have much of a balcony or an ocean view, but we are going to have a hot tub. That's all that really matters to me. Even though we're also having actually nice weather here in Newfoundland, so that's also very exciting. So I thank you once again for joining me here today for this week's Warble. We'll be back next week at the same time, and by next week the summer solstice will have occurred, and it will be summer, and therefore the theme will be summer. So we'll sing summer songs next week on the Warble. So have a great week, everybody. We will see you next time. Take care.